available next Tuesday, 3. What? Oh, hey, we're live right now. It's the Perfect Podcast Show. I'm your host, Keith. Here we are, Perfect Podcast Show on the USA Global TV and Radio Network. Another episode. Here we are. Everything's fine. I'm professional. This is a professional show. Here we go. Perfect Podcast Show. Everything's great. This is the Perfect Podcast Show. Once again, just want to be clear. Perfect Podcast Show, not the Perfect Poo-cast Show. We are going to change that font at some point, but right now we're here at the show live. The show is here and live, and I'm ready for this show. We're live on Instagram as well. Make a comment if you want. You can also call. We have a phone number now. Calls are coming in. You can call and leave us a nice, friendly message, but make sure it's friendly. Don't say anything rude. And if you do say something rude, just don't save it and just record another one, but make sure that one's not rude as well. Call the show 818-392-4623. You can call it. Wow. Oh, we're getting some messages on Instagram right here. I love you, Poocast. I love this Poocast. This is a podcast. It's a video podcast. It is a podcast. You could listen to it with your eyes closed, but also you can listen to it and watch it with your eyes open because it's a video podcast. Pod with a D. I know it looks like another O right there, but it's a D, and this is a podcast, and this is the Perfect Podcast Show. Every episode, I attempt to do the most perfect, professional, entertaining, engaging, enlightening podcast there is. So far, no luck, but I feel like today will be maybe the one where this will finally happen. It's great. We're in it. We're fresh into the new year. Not really fresh because it's actually the next month into the new year, but depending when you're watching this. Anyways, we're at it. We're at it again. We're live. We're here. We got another guest. But again, you can call the show. And if you call the show, leave a voice message. You don't have to talk to anyone, but if you call, leave a voice message, 818-392-4623. And if you call and leave that message, we'll play your message on the air, and then everyone will hear what you said. Again, don't be rude. Be nice. You know what they say. You know what they say, and we all know, and I of course know what the saying is as well about being nice. Something. Anyways, let's listen to a voicemail that we got now. Someone called the show. Let's listen to that now. Hey there. Thanks for calling the Perfect Podcast Show. Leave your message and we'll play it on the air. How was that? Does that work?
I'm looking for some fresh rutabagas. I'm really yearning for rutabagas. I need that fresh rutabagas on a sunset. Rutabagas, and rutabagas. Hey, you know where I can get some fucking rutabagas? I need that fresh.
Hey, I guess keep it clean. There could be children watching, so keep it clean. Number one. Number two, we're not a farmer's market. We don't have produce. We don't have rutabagas. I said, call the show. Don't be rude. I think that also includes don't ask for rutabagas because we don't have any. We're a podcast show, the Perfect Podcast Show. We don't have any produce around here. I don't have even apples or oranges, so we definitely don't have rutabagas. If that's a fruit, that's a veggie. I don't know. It's some sort of produce. We don't have it. Call the show, 818-392-4623. Don't be rude. Don't ask for rutabagas. Don't ask for rude bagels. While I'm at it, I'll just say don't ask for rude bagels as well, because we won't have that. We don't have food. We got a show. We got conversation. This is the Perfect Podcast Show. Nowhere in the title does it say we have food of any kind. So just throwing out there now. Don't ask for food. Okay, great. Now that is squared away, we got a guest coming up, which I'm very excited for. But before that, podcasts are not cheap. They cost money to produce every episode. Every episode of this show costs close to $500,000 in Japanese yen. This is true. This is very, very true. So to keep, the bills paid and the lights on and they got a lot of lights all around and plants in the background that look like they're dying. Someone should water that plant. But to keep them going, we have to have sponsors. And now we're going to listen to one of our sponsors for the Perfect Podcast Show. Here we go. Supported by...
Hello,
Hello! Are you looking for a romantic restaurant right by the local airport? Well, we got you covered. It's me, Rubio, and I opened Rubio's Romantic Restaurant right by the airport. Who says when you land into a city that you have to drive far for a romantic meal? Not me, Rubio, which is why I opened Rubio's Romantic Restaurant. You can come on in and get Rubio's famous lasagna, or Rubio's famous cacciatore, or Rubio's famous garlic bread. It's famous because I'm talking about it now on the radio. What? Oh, someone just told me radio's dying and podcasts are the future, so to say podcast instead, and that's what I'm doing. Anyways, have a romantic meal with your significant other at Rubio's Romantic Restaurant right by the airport. It's peaceful, it's relaxing, and you can try Rubio's famous meatballs and our famous pasta Digiano. It's just pasta with Dijon mustard on it, but I pronounced it wrong. Digiano. So come on in for a romantic meal at Rubio's Romantic Restaurant right by the airport. Well, thank you to our sponsor, Rubio's Romantic Restaurant right by the airport. If you're looking for a good meal and you like having planes go overhead, I guess, go ahead and check out Rubio's. He's right by the airport. You know, when you get off a plane and you're hungry, you want to eat some Italian food, I guess. Well, anyways, enough of that. Comments are coming in on Instagram. People are saying, hey, cool guy. Hi to you, Go Bunny Gibson. Yes. Love the Poocast again. It is a podcast. Someone is also saying nuts, balsamic, fresh mutts. Again, we are not a store. We don't have food. Okay, we don't have mozzarella. We don't have nuts. We definitely don't have balsamic. We definitely don't have rutabagas. But if you have some requests, again, you can call 818-392-4623. Call, and then maybe you can ask for those things. And I guess enough people ask, maybe we'll get them for you. I don't know what I'm gonna do with a rutabaga on air, but call and request it. That's all. Anyways, we got a guest coming up now. Enough stalling, enough of this talking, enough trying to glue pieces together. It's time to bring out our guest. Your friend, and soon to be mine, or maybe my friend, soon to be yours, Frank Gidlewski. Give him a round of applause. Wow, Frank. Wow.
Hello.
Hi, welcome.
How
Yes.
anti-food you are, considering I brought nothing but food.
Okay, we have food. Well, first, Frank, thanks for being at the show, on the perfect podcast show. Here we are. We're here. We got you in. I didn't.
Perfect Poocast.
It's podcast. It's clearly. I mean, what is a Poocast anyways? I don't know. Everyone is
Seems
assuming.
like the fans like it though.
If they like it, that's good. Maybe we can do some rebranding and make it officially a Poocast. I don't know what a Poocast is, but anyways, Frank, thank you for being on the perfect podcast show, the show where we talk. And the show where we pod and where it's perfect. And that's where we are now. And it's funny, yeah, because people are asking for food. And I didn't even know this. You have a bunch of food next to you.
Absolutely.
What?
I'm a man of few words and many sandwiches. So.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So few words and many sandwiches. Wow. So you just next to your desk, do you just always keep loads? You're making a sandwich right now? Oh,
I'm just sampling.
Okay.
Making sure the jelly's good,
Wow. So I heard you're someone who really enjoys a good sandwich.
You could say that, yes. One could say I love a good sandwich.
Okay. Do you mind if I say that?
One could say I'm mad about a good sandwich. One could say I'd commit a crime for a good sandwich.
Whoa.
I'll redact that part. This isn't live, right?
This is live. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Instagram. We're live around the world through the USA Global TV Radio. Okay, so we'll ignore that. That you, I'm not going to be part of that. That you committed a crime.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's great. So,
that bad?
Yeah. I will say then that you are mad about a good sandwich. I will say that. One would say that, and that would be me. So you're angry about a sandwich. You're so angry about a good sandwich that it makes you mad, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Yes. Mad with hunger.
Mad with
When
hunger.
When I think about a good sandwich,
Mm.
You know how like the FBI was worried when the Joker movie came out that a lot of dudes would like click? That's me, but with it. The Joker movie is a sandwich. When I go to a place like Handy's Market, tucked away in Burbank, California, when I see them preparing a sandwich, I'm in Joker mode. There's no doubt about it. I am in Joker mode. I'm ready. I'm gleeful. I'm not, you know, maybe that's where the crime element comes in, but like classic Joker, clown prince of crime kind of thing. Like I'm so excited to eat that sandwich, but then also maybe like doodle a penis on a wall.
Okay. Wow. So, I mean, there was some reports that that place was getting a lot of graffiti and things are getting stolen.
I didn't say anything about theft.
You're nodding your head and you're saying the word crime a lot. So I'm just putting two and two together. Maybe, hey, I don't want to be an accomplice at all or suggest anything, but I mean,
you don't want to be my Harley Quinn?
I mean, Harley Quinn's cool, but I'm not going to do any crime. I'm not going to admit anything. There's already too many Harley Quinns in the world. Real fast, who's your favorite Harley Quinn? Go.
The animated one, the original one.
The original one, which was Tara
Arlene...
Strong?
No.
Original, before that.
Yeah. Ugh. I don't want the Tara Strong.
The first.
I think
what's
her
that?
name was Arlene, but I cannot remember the last name. But shout out to Arlene. She was the
original. So that's the Blue Sky, I think. Blue Sky Batman animated series.
Blue Sky, yes.
Because then it went to Red Sky, and maybe that's where Tara Strong took over.
Yeah.
And that was where Harley Quinn, most people don't know, that's where she started. She started on that show, on the animated series.
Yes, she did.
She wasn't a comic first. She started on that show in the 1900s.
Yes, in the early 1900s. And I have heard tell that Illumination's picking up. There's going to be a Harley Quinn Minion movie soon.
A mini movie.
Minion movie. But that would be good. Minion movie about Harley Quinn.
Wait, a Minion movie about Harley Quinn?
Yeah.
The Minions as Harley Quinn? Like the
Harley
Minions
Quinn as a minion.
Harley Quinn's as a minion. Wow, yeah. Now they're just mixing Minions. So I thought Minions were their own thing. Now Minions are like bobblehead dolls they're just gonna like dress as different people, and they're gonna have their own movie.
Well, what they're doing is they're shrinking. This is all tied into a sandwich promotion, by the way. That's why.
Okay, we'll get back to it.
Minion Harley Quinn Minion sandwiches. So they're making deals. They're taking other properties, and a character like a Harley Quinn is becoming a minion. So it's going to be a short, squat, yellow, one-eyed Harley Quinn, but she's also Joker's minion. So we're working on layers, kind of like a really good sandwich has layers.
Way to bring it back. So let's talk about that then. I mean, the Minions is a whole nother podcast. So honestly, a good sandwich.
I associate Minions with like hot dogs, and that's a bullshit sandwich. That's not a sandwich. So
right off the bat, why is a hot dog not a sandwich? It's something between two slices of bread. Is it not?
Do I have to? Yeah. No, actually, it's not. First off, it's on a hot dog bun. That's not bread. That's not two slices of bread. That's a bun with a cut in the middle. And if I'm being frank, and I am,
you are
truly the worst kind of bun, a hot dog bun.
Okay.
What the fuck? What is that? Get a nice, just a tiny little, dude, treat yourself. They're 99 cents at the grocery store. Get a good roll, a nice like bakery roll. Cut that in the middle, throw a hot dog in there. I'll consider that a sandwich.
Okay, so then the follow-up question is, have you seen the hot dog buns that look like bread, and then they're sliced down the middle with a hot dog in it? It looks more like bread than a bun.
That sounds like an abomination.
Okay. Now what about...
This sounds like a sin against God. How far have we strayed?
So a French roll that's not sliced all the way through, if you put a hot dog in that, you would consider it a sandwich, but what is the difference between that bread and hot dog bun bread?
The class.
So because it's lower class, it can't be a sandwich.
No, it's not that it's lower class. It's that it's just like, wouldn't it be a little classy? If you're eating a hot dog, which is a beautiful, trashy meal, love it, I'm all about it. You do want to add a little je ne sais quoi on top of it. So treat yourself.
I don't know what that is.
It's Jello in French. Treat yourself to some Jello, you know?
Okay.
And I consider Jello dessert. And dessert's like, dessert's classy, dessert's fun. So do that with your sandwich.
So you're saying you like hot dogs with Jell-O on top on a French roll.
Yeah, I could for sure do that. Hell yeah.
And that would be a sandwich to you.
Yeah, that's like cracking a cold one with the boys to me.
Okay. I don't know if this is going to be a good sandwich talk, if that's where the baseline of a sandwich is.
That's an experimental. Okay. That's experimental.
Let's go next step. Hamburger. Cheap bun, hamburger, hot dog. It's like a hot dog, but it's cheap. Is that a sandwich?
No, it's its own kind. I would say it's technically a sandwich, but it is a burger. Because if you go to menus, it will say sandwiches and burgers. Mm-hmm. They get their own like title headlines. Sandwich is like a whiskey. In terms of like whiskey is an umbrella, and under the umbrella you have rye, bourbon, Scotch, Irish. So you got all of these things. So sandwich, I would say it like a banh mi is a sandwich, a burger, not a hot dog, a classy hot dog maybe. Get a little kibasi on there. Now we're really talking. We're cooking. But yeah, I'd say burger is a sandwich, but I want to treat a burger with respect, right? The hunk of meat on there. I'm never opposed to a good veggie burger. Get a good hunk of bean on there, but I want to respect it. Even a McDonald's burger, I want to respect. It is a burger, not a sandwich.
So it's a sandwich, but in its own category. Yes. And a banh mi is a sandwich, but a hot dog is not a sandwich unless it's fancy bread and it's a nice sausage and there's Jell-O on it. Then it's a sandwich.
Yeah, well, a Jell-O option.
Sounds disgusting, but if you're counting that as a sandwich, I still don't know why a regular hot dog isn't a sandwich, just because of that it's lower class. So you're just classist against sandwiches.
Well, you're putting words in my mouth.
I'm just trying to put two and two together, and maybe we'll find out the definition if it's a sandwich or
it's not. Just like, it's something one knows in their soul. If you love sandwiches, you just know that the hot dog is not. The hot dog's a hot dog. And the hot dog is only good when you're not being ripped off. That's the thing. Mm-hmm. Like if you're gonna pay a lot for a hot dog, that's when you give it the fancy bun. That's when you have a little fun with it. If you're going to like some like sports event or something for some reason, you're just hanging out at the Little League games. Yeah. For the hot dogs. You're hanging out at the Little League games for the hot dogs, and you go over to that stand, and it's $9 for a hot dog in this economy, and it's nothing. It's just it sucks. That's not a sandwich.
So you said I don't know why you would, or you said something like that. Why people would go to a sports game? A lot of people do go to sports. That is a very common thing. That is, people go to sports, and I don't know if they go for the hot dogs, but maybe they do. So just throwing a curveball, sports related or not. Exactly. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Really cheap white bread, really cheap peanut butter, really cheap jelly. Is that a sandwich? It's cheap. It's low class.
Absolutely.
That's a sandwich. Okay.
Absolutely. We got Kroger brand jelly. You don't.
Oh, you have some right here. Okay, so Kroger brand jelly.
Okay, even there's some peanut butter. I'm pulling a freaking dangerous move here.
Wow.
There's some peanut butter in this jelly.
I can't believe you were holding that right over your expensive keyboard of your computer as well. If it falls in there, you're done. You'd have to move out of your home and get a new home.
Maybe I live on the edge.
Okay, you do. Putting
that's what the sandwich life is all about. Live on the edge.
Wow.
Is it good?
Okay, so before we get to that PB&J, I want to know, what is your perfect sandwich? Either a location or if you were to design it. Right now, you're God. You get to make the perfect sandwich. What would it look like?
I like how you phrased that. That tickles my ego. I was the god of sandwiches. I also like the addition of where, a perfect location. That's a good combo. People always talk about like what's a perfect food, blah blah blah. Thinking about it now, location can make it. Like if I was in the Bahamas with like my feet in perfect water and someone handed me a crappy hot dog, that might be the best hot dog I've ever had in my life. Still wouldn't consider it a sandwich, but the location changes everything.
Okay.
Compared to if I get broken up with, and I'm sitting in the garbage crying, and I find half of a hot dog and decide, well, I haven't eaten in days because I've been depressed, and then I eat that hot dog. Probably going to be the worst hot dog in my life. And again, still not a sandwich.
Still not a sandwich. Okay, the perfect sandwich, though. If you were to design it, or maybe you've had the perfect sandwich.
I feel like
I already know the answer to this. But
I feel like the perfect sandwich has to come. You can always buy a very good sandwich and something that's close to perfection. You can spend a little money and go, ooh, marron. But just like art, the perfect sandwich comes from one's own soul. You just got to make it, right? But, and again, taste, it's subjective, blah, blah, blah. But I'm God in this situation, so taste is not subjective.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to treat yourself. Also, I'm God. Everything costs $1 at the grocery store. So don't even worry about what I'm about to freaking tell you.
Great.
So,
$1.
Going to the grocery store. And
grocery store.
Yeah, it's the Whole Foods that only certain millionaires go to.
Okay. $1 millionaires. Got it.
$1 millionaire, secret Whole Foods. Mm-hmm. We're going there. And we are getting a fresh French baguette. This is made from someone, a young gentleman who at the age of 16 lost both parents.
Wow.
Almost lost himself, picked himself up from off the ground, left a life of addiction, and said, you know what? I got to go and lose myself in baking. And he did
very specific. Okay.
Very specific, because again, this is art. We're creating the perfect sandwich. So he goes, he's at a local college. It's not doing it. His professor sees something in him, says, look, you don't really have anything left anymore. You have no family. Why are you here? Go to Paris. This is a young man who goes to Paris and finds himself in Paris for at least 12 years. Not necessarily mastering the art of baking, but investing in the art of baking, investing himself in it. And when he comes back and he starts working at Secret Millionaire $1 Whole Foods, he's prepped the best French baguette you're ever going to have in your life. So you buy that. You buy that baguette. You go, you see roast beef or turkey. Oh, geez. What is that? If I'm God, I'm not going to make a mockery of a sandwich. I'm not going to throw two different kinds of meat on there. I have to make a hard decision. This is Cain and Abel, baby. Which one am I choosing? Now, I have grown very fond of roast beef over the past few years. It has served me well. It has given me guidance. It has given me patience. But turkey's classic, so we're going to go with turkey. Sorry, roast beef tries very hard, and it does a great job, but we're putting some good turkey on that bread. We're talking Thanksgiving Day turkey without any of the baggage, too. So this is like Thanksgiving if colonialism didn't happen. That kind of turkey we're talking. This is fresh. It's a little warm, too. Not too warm, not too cold. We put it on there. Get some pink Himalayan salt. That comes from the Tears of Angels. We sprinkle that on top. Any kind of ground black pepper can be cheap. It can be expensive. But again, Secret $1 Million Whole Foods, everything's $1. Just take the regular black pepper. We get that on there. Now, personally, I'm a fan of mayo. People throw shade at mayo. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with a little mayo on a lot of sandwich. Because then you put more mustard than mayo on there. We're mixing. We're matching. We're bringing things together. Orange and white. Isn't that such a good color scheme? Orange and white. So then we have that. Lettuce. This is key. This is the thing that will break friendships. What kind of lettuce are you putting on a perfect sandwich? Dog, we're buying the cheapest, crappiest, crunchiest lettuce we can find. If that lettuce is not crunching in my mouth, well, Joker's coming out. I'll tell you that. Bad Joker. Not the fun Joker. Crispy lettuce with a crunch. That'll get fun Joker out of me. That's 60s Batman. That's we're having fun. We're going surfing. We're making light of our lives. We're shooting off fireworks. Baby spinach on a sandwich. I'll do it when I'm desperate. But what a bummer. What a bummer. So yeah, really just going all those things. You put those together and you just have a damn good sandwich.
Wow, what a ride!
You talk to everything. I talk to the food like this.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say like, oh, I know this deli on 3rd Street. That's what I was expecting. We went on a journey of learning about this kid growing up, lost both of his parents.
The bread's
Wow.
key for a perfect sandwich. The bread needs the story.
The bread is the story. The correct answer is Publix. But I want to know, what ingredients do you have there? Is it possible? You got some goat cheese.
Do you want some?
Yeah, I would love some.
Take some.
Yeah, thanks.
Slide, dude. Don't embarrass me.
Yeah, I can't grab it through the screen though.
We're not there yet. At the Secret $1 Million Whole Foods, you can do that. They had that kind of.
And it's only $1. So, is it possible for you to make a sandwich and instruct the viewers of the Perfect Podcast Show how to make the best sandwich live on the air with the ingredients you have next to you? Is that possible?
Certainly, because even though it's not all the ingredients I said, the perfect sandwich, like I said earlier, does come from the soul. You feel it. You talk about it. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So what are we starting out with this perfect sandwich? Live on the air, a sandwich being made. You've never seen this on any other podcast, but it's happening now. Frank is going to make the perfect sandwich with the ingredients he has. Again, the sandwich comes from the soul, and the best sandwich ever, we have learned, is from Publix or this $1 million Whole Foods, but still Publix is the best sandwich. And so we have multigrain Trader Joe's bread.
Not the best bread, but just the only bread I have.
The only bread. It comes from the soul. Oh, throwing. Okay. Don't need that anymore. We got 2 slices, so we're not doing a club right now. We're just doing a 2-slicer.
2 slices.
Okay, this is exciting. Wow, people are saying they want a sandwich in the comments. People are saying we got to Publix educate you. Harley Poo sandwich. Someone's saying that could be a sandwich, maybe.
Harley Poo sandwich could be a good sandwich.
Harley Poo sandwich. All right. So
also we got to be careful because there's some weirdos out there who are going to be like, I literally want Harley Quinn's poop on my sandwich.
Yeah.
That's it. And if you don't, I'm going Joker, and they'll go like bad Joker.
Yeah, bad Joker. But like, which Harley Quinn poo would you want? Animated poo or real life action poo?
Legit, very good question. Very good question.
I would have loved to have seen Harley Quinn in the Adam West Batman show. That would have been fun, but she didn't exist back then. All right, so you're spreading something on.
Oh my God, this dog is trying to get it. We're putting goat cheese on this bread. We have a dog assistant watching. Dogs eat goat cheese? I don't know, actually.
I guess we're gonna find out.
So we got goat cheese. We're gonna do.
Okay.
Can I angle this camera down? We're gonna get a little better action.
Okay, great.
I don't know.
Let's see. We've got some of that jam there. Okay, here we go. We got.
I'm gonna put the dog down because
Okay, dog's going down.
All right. So
a sandwich is happening. We got goat cheese. We got dumping the jam. That strawberry jam. Just dumping the entire jar onto this bread. This is what happens when God has free reign to make a sandwich.
Much like the real God, my plans aren't working out. But
wow, someone said, "Give me a scoop of poop, goat cheese and poop." So that's just to be clear. That's jam in that jar, not poop, correct?
One could say it's the diarrhea of a strawberry.
That's true. Diarrhea of strawberry is okay. Now,
I don't know what any of this is, but it was
okay. Hemp super seed almond butter. So we're doing goat cheese, almond butter, and possibly poop of strawberries onto this multigrain bread.
Dog, you talk about fucking poopies.
Wow, I've never had. Wow, look at that. That's your dog might have gotten into there. So we're putting that on. I've never had goat cheese, almond butter, and jam before, but not gonna knock it until I've tried it.
Ew, it doesn't spread.
Okay, it doesn't
spread. It's spreading like butter from grandma's lips on a hot morning.
I've never had butter on my grandmother's lips, but each his own. To each his own.
You should. It's a Polish tradition in my family. We take grandma out to the docks in Maine.
Okay.
We, she likes waking up early, so we get her there about 5:30. Oh, by the way,
all right, another nut butter's coming on here. We got creamy peanut butter coming on.
But yeah, so take grandma.
Wow, and we're just about out of time. I just saw time is flying by. We have 10 seconds left.
All right.
So Let's see the sandwich. What we have so far. There it is. Okay, take that bite so we can see the perfect. And an avocado on there. We got avocado. We got almond butter. We got peanut butter. We got goat cheese. Frank, thanks for explaining to us sandwiches. Thanks for taking us on that journey. Thanks for showing us this fantastic sandwich you made. It honestly sounds disgusting, but thanks for being here.
Technically, spitting it out is part of eating.
That is part of a sandwich. And if you want to make a good sandwich, the thing